It's only 4 of us, but we're going to make it happen.
Yes.
All right,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
So bitches get ready.
Yes.
Camera in action.
Yes.
All right, we're going to call Beatrice
Yeah.
to help us with the invocation. Please all stand.
Ask everyone to stand up and Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us here, for your plan and purpose, to sharpen our talents, Lord, to give us abilities, Lord, and to remove all fear, to help us in our public speaking, to help us become leaders. We ask your grace and mercy upon us and help us to move forward in life. In Jesus' name I pray.
Amen. Okay, remain standing. Now we're going to ask Beatrice to please help us with the pledge.
Face towards the flag and place your right hand on your chest. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands. You
You
can read it.
nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and
and
justice
justice
for
for all.
all.
All right, good job. Hey, that shows we need to have a class on just on that.
I know.
You need to definitely memorize that. That's extremely important.
That's very bad.
We all tried to follow with each other and then we all lost. But that goes to show you
Started and leave it and then
that we need to
continue.
really memorize that. Okay, for now for today I'll be your Toastmaster of the day. I'll be your MC. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Oh,
So let's get started with that. Let's get started with Jesse Alvarado.
yes.
Yeah, so let's see. Now I'm going to be calling the rolls. And for the mission statement, we're going to call Ignacio. You can read it right after. You can stand and read after.
The Toastmasters Club vision. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
All right, good job.
Yeah.
And we're going to call for the out counter. We're going to call Mr. Almer Dinozo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. I'll be your accounter for today. So as an accounter, I'll be watching the filler words you're going to be talking while you're doing your speeches, like you know, like, I, and etc. I'll be counting those as, and I will be charging 25 cents for every single
Ah,
time.
you're going to be rich.
Yes. You gotta go to our copper.
Yeah, there you go. Good deal. To our non-profit. Good job, Almer. That's a good way to get people lined up. Absolutely. And for next, we're going to call
Yourself.
Beatrice, and she actually is the grammarian for.
Yeah, but Jesse stepped on my toes and took away my
Yes,
position.
thank you, because you were being late. We normally start here at 12 o'clock sharp.
Yeah, that was on time.
Can you please stand and say?
Oh, that's you. You
What was
wrote
that?
that.
Still, you're wrong.
You wrote it, right? I should just repeat what you
I'm
said.
helping you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the word for today is fart,
Fart.
not fart. So be careful how you use
Get it
it.
twisted?
Ford.
So it's to paint the face with cosmetics. Unlike me. We were greeted, the sentence goes like this: we were greeted at the door by a young woman with heavily farted cheeks.
Ah. Okay, you got that? Make sure you use that word of the day when you be selected for the table topics. Extremely important. And we're going to call for timer. We're going to call Mr. Elmer. Please let us know about the
Okay,
timer.
as your timer, I will be responsible for timing your speeches. For our table topic speakers, you have 1 to 2 minutes to do your speech. And at 1 minute, the green light will be on. 1.5 will be the yellow light, and the red light will be on 2 minutes. You have 30 seconds to wrap up. Prepared speaker, Beatrice, make sure you pay attention.
Yes.
5 to 7 minutes speech.
Actually,
will
mine
be,
is 3 to 5 minutes.
oh, 3 to 5, so the
And,
green light.
3 minutes for questions or 2 minutes for questions.
Okay, so you want
Yeah.
to time it separately?
Yes, separate.
Okay,
Yes.
so the green light will be on in the first half of her speech.
Yes.
The green light will be at 3 minutes, yellow at 4, red at 5, and you have 30 seconds to wrap up. And then on the second phase,
Yes.
same thing, 3 minutes green,
Yes.
4 minutes yellow, 5 minutes read, and you have 30 days to, 30 seconds to wrap
Yeah.
up. Not
So you
10
said it'll be
minutes.
2 parts for the
Two
for
part.
speech?
2 part.
Yeah, 2 parts.
2 parts, okay.
Yes, so one
both-
is a speech and the other half is a questioning.
Okay.
So if you have questions.
2 parts, okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Which I know you won't, so that's okay.
All right, good job. Let's give it up for Mr. Elmer. And the vote counter, please, Ignacio, you can tell us how you can have control of the votes.
After the speaker gives a speech, I get to collect the votes to see who won.
Yes, correct. And you know we're gonna have,
And you're gonna break the tie in case there is a tie. You don't vote,
Mhm.
but so in case there's a tie, you're the tiebreaker. So all of us should vote, so consider you're only 4 here.
yeah,
Or there should be no tie because only 3 will vote because he can't
only
vote.
us, right?
Yes.
Only us 3 vote.
No, the 3 of us will vote, and then he'll break the tie in case there is a tie.
So Beatrice will vote
Yeah, she can vote. Yeah.
for herself.
Oh.
Okay,
Always started to vote for the best speaker because there's only
I
one.
know,
But on
there's
the
only one,
table
best
topics
evaluator.
Oh, the table
and the
topics.
evaluators, I mean,
Yeah.
we have to vote.
oh, correct. And yes, just so you know, Ignacio, it's the table topics, you're gonna collect votes. Also, for the evaluator,
Evaluator.
you're gonna collect votes, and for the
That's
No,
speech.
this
No,
is
that's
no,
only
that's
one.
only one.
You normally would for those 3,
just,
but not today. Today, because we only have 1 speaker, we're not gonna vote for the speaker. Good job, good job, all right. Let's get up for Mr. Ignacio. Okay. Okay, we go to the next part, where we're gonna have 1 speaker and 2 evaluators, and our speaker is Beatrice. However, we're gonna have 2 evaluators, and Mr. Elmer can let us know
Okay,
a little bit about Beatrice's speech.
all right. I'm so honored to do an evaluation for Beatrice project number 4 on manual public relations, advanced communication series. And her objectives for her speech are: prepare a talk to persuade a hostile audience to at least consider your position on a controversial issue. Wow. Demonstrate sincerity when presenting your viewpoint. It's 3 to 5 minutes for the presentation and 2 to 3 minutes only, 2 to 3 only
Oh,
on the
2 to
questions
3,
and
correct.
answers. Yeah, 2 to
Yeah.
3. And the project title is Speaking Under Fire.
uh-huh.
And the title of her speech is Does God Exist?
Exist.
All right.
All right, good job. Good job. Let's continue here. Okay, well then, with that being said,
Uh-huh.
let's go. The one and only, Beatrice Julie. Yay! All right, just make it happen. Get it done.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Yes.
So good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My honorable guest. Are you still a guest or a member already?
Yes.
Okay. So, does God exist? How many of you believe in God, first of all? Oh, you do. So now I can't make it a controversial question. Please say that you don't believe in God.
Okay.
You said don't?
No, because this is supposed to be a debate, a controversial
Oh.
question. So this topic and this question came to me during my Zumba class. So I have a Zumba class in Cerritos Regional Park, and there is a song from Leanne Womack, and she sings the song, There is a God and there is a God, and science says that it's all just a circumstance, but like the whole world, just an accident. But if you want to shoot the theory down, just look around. So while I'm doing this dance, there was a lady, after we finished, she came up to me and she was saying, because not all Christians come to do the Zumba, but I focus it around Christian songs. And then she was like, so there is a God? She asked me that way. So I said, just look around. I said, you heard the song just now. And then it dawned to me, okay, what am I going to speak today? And I wish Roy was here because we always have that debate. And I was hoping, oh God, send Roy so that he'll hear this and then we can have something to talk about and then we could debate and someone could ask me questions.
So now for this crowd, I'm just going to center around how to make God evident in our existence. Does He really exist among us? First of all, let me go to what the Bible says. The Bible says that for the creation of the world, since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature have clearly been seen. So all we have to do is look at His creation, the Bible is saying. And in His creation, you can see God and you can even feel God. And just looking at the stars, understanding the vastness of the universe, observing the wonders of nature, seeing the beauty of sunset, all these seem to point out that there is a creator who is God. That's what the Bible says. And if that's not enough, the Bible also says that He has placed eternity in our hearts. And that's why you find there's a vast majority of people throughout history and in all cultures, in all civilizations, and on all the continents believe in the existence of some kind of God, right? So there must be something that's causing them to believe in that there is a God. And also the Bible tells us about our faith. It says that if you believe, that your faith alone is enough for God to show His presence and God to show and reveal Himself to you. That it says faith is enough. And then, if we look at it logically, I was looking at the book from Norman Geisler and Frank Turek, who says, his book is, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist. And in this book, he puts out about 4 logical explanations on the existence of God. So I don't know if you would have heard about these arguments before, but the first one is to do with ontological. Ontological argument is a branch of metaphysics, he says, concerned with the nature and relations of being. So when we talk about this ontological argument, it uses the concept of God to prove God's existence. It says that it begins with the definition of God as a being than which no greater can be conceived. So we are talking about this being which is God. So if God did not exist, then God would not be the greatest conceivable being. And that would contradict the very definition of God. And then his second point argument is teleological argument. And this is the use of design or a purpose as an explanation of a natural phenomenon. So he talks about that the universe displays such an amazing design. And there must be a divine designer. So the first one is ontological, which proves the existence of the being, which is God as a being. And teleological argument is about the divine designer. And the third logical argument, he says, is called the cosmological argument, that every effect has a cause. And this universe and everything in it is an effect. And there must be something that caused everything to come into existence. And then the fourth argument is a moral argument, which is the easiest understood, that every culture throughout history has some form of law. Everyone has a sense of right and wrong. And this could come from God. Yeah. So now how can I prove? Are you recording me? My timing.
Oh, shoot.
I'm like, should I stop or go on with the theological, cosmological, and you're going to beat me up for all?
You gotta just wrap up.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I was totally engrossed in your speech. I forgot to time you.
I know we should. Okay, so how do I know that God exists? I know that God exists because of a transcendental, mystical experience I had. This experience is to do...
You're 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is to do with a supernatural experience. If I did not have this supernatural experience, definitely I would have had my own doubts about God. But because with me, I had this supernatural experience that changed my life. So every day I live, I know God exists. Proof is because He's changed my life. Like what I would do before, I detest doing it anymore because I realize I'm accountable to this holy God, that I have no control on my fleshly desires if it hadn't to be for God. So when God shows His power on these fleshly desires of mine that make me sin, that is against God's law, can we prevent that? Can we stop that from happening? No. Why? Because we don't have that power to do it, because our flesh dominates us. Our flesh is like a stubborn child. It wants things, it craves for things, it craves for material things, and if you don't get it, it's upset with you, it causes you into depression, it causes you to be really, what should I say, not the person you want to be, right? But then when you meet this God transforms you and aligns you with God to crave and desire for what He wants. And that's my supernatural experience that I have with God, and it proves, my life proves that He exists, because He separates the sin from me like the east is from the west. So I'm so happy to be free, to know myself and to understand who I am, and not to sin anymore, and try not to sin anymore. So that's how I prove that God exists. So with that, I should time for a question. I don't know how much time I took, but who cares? I don't win in any case. So yeah,
we have
2 to 3 minutes,
2 to 3 minutes
for questions.
For questions.
If you do have anything that you got from here, or if you feel
I
puzzled.
have a question.
Yeah, sure.
So when that, okay, this is a very controversial subject, because a lot of,
Yes.
there are so many atheists
Right.
in living in the world, and as a matter of fact, even on the freeway there are signs that freeway adopted by this atheist organization. I can't believe that. But how would you debunk the theory of, the Big Bang theory against the divine theory?
I know the Bible says that.
Without quoting the
Yeah.
Bible, because the Bible is
Right.
it's like the book written by God,
Yes,
supposedly.
Yes.
But
That's
without
right.
going to the Bible, is there
Yeah.
any other argument that you can present
For the Big
to-
Bang
Yeah,
theory.
to debunk or to refute the Big Bang theory?
Yeah, see, just now I spoke about the 4 logical questions written by an atheist. So his name is Norman Geisler and Frank Turek, and he talks about these 4 arguments that would help you to understand that there is a God. So if you want me, I can repeat the arguments again. He talks about, I told you, the relations of being, the very word, the subject of ontology, which is the study of being, proves that God is a being. And the theological argument, which talks about the divine designer, about design. And for example, if the earth were significantly closer or further away from the sun, it would not be capable of supporting life, it says, as it currently does. And if the elements in our atmosphere were even a few percentage points different, nearly every living thing on earth would die. So the odds of a single protein molecule forming by chance is 1 in 100 to the power of 243, which is endless number of zeros. So a single cell is comprised of millions of protein molecules. So all these things just go to prove that we have a designer, a divine designer. So I don't know if that answered your question, but that's my answer.
That answers the question.
Okay, thank you for being nice.
Any more questions
Yeah.
from the audience?
You know, I'm not too familiar with the atheist definition. I know it's probably people that don't believe in God, but can
Yes.
you elaborate on that? Who are they?
Atheists,
and
yeah,
what
they are
do
people who believe not in creation, to simplify it, but in evolution.
Evolution?
Yes. So they don't believe that God created the world in this many days,
Okay.
but they believe that we evolved. And we don't have to go to the Bible in order to be a good person, because we already know what's right and wrong. And we can just learn our morals by keeping with the law and being a nice person. So if you talk to Roy about this, Roy would be able to, tell you that you are what, you don't have to believe in a God as such, but you believe in a higher power which is in you, and you are like a God and you can do things rather than depend on a God that doesn't exist. So they just don't believe that God exists.
Is that maybe a reason why that people that think like that think that we came from the monkey or evolved?
Exactly,
or
the evolution.
The evolution of that stuff?
That's right.
Is that, so most people, the atheists,
Yes.
they believe that?
Yes.
That came from that era?
Mhm.
Okay.
Darwin's theory. So, did I answer your question? I
Yes.
don't care, I answered it. Next question. Just kidding. That's it? You have some
Yeah,
questions?
your question?
How can I get free from my sin? Okay, I'll tell you how. I'm just kidding. My son is just, you remind me so much of my son. He's also like 19 and he's just come to the Lord actually. So he has so many things to share, and so yeah, he's like, oh mom, now I understand everything you used to try to tell me a few years ago, because everything I told him he did the opposite. So, but now I'm so happy that he came to the Lord, yeah. That's it? All right. So.
All right, good job,
That's
Beatrice.
nice.
All right, thank you for that topic. I think it was definitely a learning experience. I learned something today. I wasn't quite clear with the atheist thing and belief.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't. I just hear people say that, but
Yeah.
it's interesting
Yeah.
what people believe. I have a friend, he doesn't also believe in God
Yes.
and this and that. It's just totally different mindset.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
but I wasn't quite clear with the word of the definition, what their beliefs are.
Mhm.
Now I understand what that means. So
Oh,
Those are mostly those people who petition the Supreme Court to remove God from the school,
Yes.
remove God from public places. So those are, those are being done by the atheists. Those movements are being sponsored by some atheist individuals or organizations.
So they're against religion, I guess, for the
Yes.
most part,
Yes,
right?
yes.
That's right.
People that believe in God, the whole aspect of religion and faith.
They're
Actually,
not
faith.
necessarily bad people, because maybe they don't do good, bad things, but they just don't believe in the Creator.
Yeah.
Exactly, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay,
They
well, thank
understand
you. I
God
learned,
is imaginary.
I learned something very important to know.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Beatrice. Okay, since we only have one speaker, well, this is what we're gonna do. What is the timers? Yeah, still have the timers report, right?
I can do the timer, because both of you will be evaluating.
But we still need to know your time.
Yes, she spoke under time, so she qualified.
That's
For
okay.
time, perfect. Okay, we're not gonna vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now,
Now we're going to table topics.
okay, perfect. But now we're gonna go to table topics, the fun part.
The fun part.
Yes.
Point, the part.
And for the table topics, you're gonna call Mr. Elmer Dinoso.
Come on,
All right,
Elmer.
let's see what you got. Yeah.
President.
Thank you.
All
Ah,
right, good
I'm
afternoon,
voting
fellow
participate.
Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to my segment, the table topic segment, and we'll make this very exciting. And I had picked a theme for this table topic questions, and as you all know, you're all aware that the next prince has been born.
Oh,
The royal
next
prince.
has been born.
So, I'm gonna put the questions around the topic, you know, around the royalty.
Okay.
So well, table topic normally is given so for us members to learn to speak off the cuff, you know, think
Right.
off their feet.
Yes.
So it trains us how to speak extemporaneously. And we do this every day in our everyday conversation. We talk to every people, every individual that we talk to. Those are table topics because we don't know what they're gonna ask you. So
Yeah.
we just have to be on our feet and answer those questions right on the spot. So tonight, make sure you use the word of the day "fard"
Okay.
and speak between 1 to 2 minutes in order to qualify for the much coveted ribbon. Who would that be?
Who would that be?
All right. So my first question. We don't know yet the name of the baby that Kate and Prince William will give their baby boy.
Right.
So if given the chance and the parents ask you for what should be the name that should be given to the newborn prince, what would be your suggestion? Remember, he's a baby boy.
Oh.
So I would like to call on His Royalty, Ignacio, to please come forward and answer this question.
Oh
All
my
right, you
God,
got it.
on the spot. It's royalty.
His Royal Highness.
It's royalty.
To tell you the truth, I don't know what I would call the baby.
I don't care.
I most likely, you know, that I have personally myself, I haven't been following the whole news about the baby prince. I
Right.
think I just happened to glance over at yahoo.com and I saw it's like a little cartoon where it showed different people, and then it showed, you know, people were more concentrated on what the news about the baby. So that's pretty much the first time I heard that the baby was born. But I guess naming the baby would probably involve invoking a little bit of my culture. So I would most likely give it a Hispanic name.
Wow, it's smart.
And the name I would give the royal baby is Juan Pablo de la Torres Santa Maria Cruz Alvarez Elmer San Antonio Lopez Ponce. And I would give it the name so he would have variety in his life, and most likely he would have a hard time at school whenever they call him. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, good job.
Wow.
Thank you, Ignacio.
All right.
That was a long name.
I know.
I pity that baby when he goes to the kindergarten and try to write his name. We'll just call him Ignacio Jr.
Wow.
Or Nacho.
Or Nacho, Prince Nacho. All right, for short. Okay, next question. Okay, let's see here. If you become a king or queen of the day, just for one day,
Wow.
what particular law or decree you will give to your constituents? I would like to call on King Jesse.
What's the question again? What?
Okay. If you become a king for one day only, you're going to be a king for one day, you have this power. What particular law or particular decree you will give your people to follow?
Like like order?
Yeah, an order or a law, yeah, for them to follow.
Okay.
Just for one day. Like you're
Just
going
for
to be
one
a king
day.
for one day.
All right. Make sure you get time. Make sure you get the timer before
Oh,
I
timer.
Okay.
Timers. Okay. Got it? Right there.
So,
1 minute, green light. Okay, found the prince, right? For one day.
King, you're a king. not
A king.
prince. Yeah, king.
Whatever.
What would I do? Well, sounds like a lot of fun. I'm the king. I would just ask people to obey what I say.
Wow.
I say, you know what? Got a lesson to daddy. Man, what I'm trying to think, what can I say? But anyways, I would just make sure people really care for each other. I would say, you know what, here, everybody, love and care for each other because we're a family here. We're a family that was supposed to take care of each other, and even when there's conflicts, like we just talked about, people have different mentality, different mindset, different beliefs, different ways to see things. But nevertheless, I would let them know that no matter what happens, still care for each other, and we're a big family. That way the family can continue evolving with the same tradition. Really, no matter what, still be a family, being someone that care for each other, and make it a tradition. And continue that tradition. And even when I'm gone, the next king, or
Queen.
queen, whoever takes my position, to continue the same role and having fun. That's all, Mr. Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Your Highness, King Jesse. Yeah,
Next question is for you.
that's a nice name, King Jesse. King Jesse. Okay, our next question. Of course, this question will go to a Royal Highness or Duchess of West Covina.
Yeah.
Okay, you were invited to a party at the Buckingham Palace.
Okay.
That's a big event. You know?
Wow.
And you found yourself talking to Queen Elizabeth. What will be the topic of your conversation?
Wow.
Queen Beatrice?
Oh yeah.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Table Topic Master. Wow. First of all, going to a royal place. Well, first I'll have to take care of my cosmetics. And so you'll find me with a fard face.
Okay.
Right? Because I'll be meeting Her Majesty, the Royal Highness. So I'll be dressed up prim and proper in my best dress ever, like Cinderella's dress. Something like with a big, puffy, frilly dress, I can imagine that. And with glossy shoes, and maybe with a tiara too. And when I would meet her, what would be burning in my heart was that 1% of people who get richer and richer and richer. And how can the people who are struggling in life draw that money from them? So we're going to come up with that plan. And I'm going to give her a plan and tell her, okay, this is what we are going to do. Can you see this 1% of aristocratic, blue-blooded people who are eating up all the money, while these poor middle class and the lower middle class are suffering endlessly? And this is not a proper equation. We are going to make it equal now. So we are going to find a way to tap into their money and distribute it equally. So that will be my plan for her, besides a long laundry list of other things too, which I will say in my next table topic, after I remove the fard from my face.
All right, good job.
All right, thank you, Queen Beatrice.
You're welcome.
All right, good job. Good.
All right, excellent question, excellent answers to my out of this world questions. Okay, let's have the timers report.
Beatrice, did a good job. Let's say Ignacio spoke 1 minute and 14 seconds, he qualified for time. I spoke for 1 minute and 46 seconds, I qualified for time. And Beatrice spoke for 2 minutes and 9 seconds, she also qualified for time.
All right, and for our grammarian report.
I was a grammarian. Okay, yes. Well, we have 3 speakers,
Yes.
and sorry to tell you that 2 of them did not qualify because they never used the word, but they.
All
And the
right.
only one that qualified was me. And I get the award.
There, give me the hint. So, all right, so we don't have to vote because only one qualified for the ribbon. And that is Beatrice again. All right,
Yes.
so
I forgot
Let's-
about the word.
you don't know, give me a hint. Always use the word of the day. I don't know why. We get so nervous here sometimes, even though we're only 3 or 4 here inside the room. We get so nervous we forgot
Yeah.
about the word of the day.
Yeah, that comes
It
only
al-
with practice.
It always happens. That's why we
Yeah.
have, even though we're very little, very small, it's a small group.
Yeah.
You know, we still learn because we
Yeah.
still. It helps us because it helps to be more confident speaking. You know, when you always use the stage time here,
Yeah.
you get more confident. And even though it's a very small group, I mean, it helps.
Yeah.
Small or big, doesn't matter. If you develop your speaking skills. So with that, I would like to return the control to our Toastmaster.
Woo!
All right. Good job, Elwood. Thank you for the table topics. Fortunately, I didn't make it. Beatrice didn't give me a hint.
What? This comes with practice, experience, hard-earned practice.
You didn't give the guest the thing.
He also count by giving us a hint.
No! Then I'd be spoiling you.
Okay, not a
Vaz
problem,
does that.
Beatrice.
She's disqualified for foul play.
Yes, yes.
Thank you!
Now we're going to continue. I'll be your general evaluator. However, we have 2 evaluators. That'll be me, one of them, and Mr. Elmer Dinoso.
You want to give yours first? I'll step out.
Might as well, I'm already up here.
Yeah.
All right. Step out. And can you, Beatrice, can you do the time? Or
Yeah, sure. This is 2 to 3, right?
2 to 3.
Okay.
Correct. Is that a 0? It's on?
Yeah.
Got it? Maybe I can help you with that if you're not sure.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Showtime. Well, here it is. Just to tell you, I know that there's a lot of controversial about God. And I definitely believe in God. I don't know about your question when you asked. I just raised my hand, but I didn't get that question. My understanding was, who believes in God? I don't know if that was a question or a different question.
Does God exist?
Oh, okay, there you go, so see. But anyways, I do believe in God, and I know there's a lot of different people beliefs about God, like where we come from, the atheist people, you know, their beliefs, what are they thinking, where are they getting their information from, who's actually educating them, where they get the facts from to back up what they're saying in their beliefs, or is it just a tradition from wherever they're getting their information. So, and I know you spoke about different arguments about maybe philosophers or what they believe and studies they've done. And I'm not myself personally, I'm not very informed with all of that, and I definitely need to read more of the Bible to be aware of what's going on. All I know is that there is a God, and I believe in God, and He's the creator of all of us. He is who makes things possible for us, and that's what I know and I believe. And I read the Bible, but not as much to be informed like teachers. So, as far as that's what I like. As far as the you being here delivering the message, because one of them was keep the audience engaged, right?
Right.
And also at the same time keep the audience engaged and entertained with the topic. And I believe you met the characteristics of your speech, because definitely we all were intrigued. It was a very interesting topic. You know, it's about God. That's always a very interesting topic. And the topics that you also covered, the thing that were great is also we learned something that we engaged. Now, the areas that I can think you can improve. I think you did a great job up here. You definitely have improved. But one of the things I noticed that you can definitely improve, you've done it in the past, but I'm sure you want to know. It's when you're thinking, sometimes you tend to look up,
Yeah, I always do.
and sometimes it's a habit.
Yeah.
What I would suggest is when you're thinking, is still maintain eye contact. Just still maintain eye contact, at the same time you may be pausing. But it'll help you, with your speech. And another thing that also, you move perfectly well from side to side, your hand gestures, it was all great. But somehow, maybe when you're here, you get a little comfortable, you start leaning on this podium. And I think that's important, that build a habit of doing a great speech, whether here or where you're at. That way you win competitions. That being said, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, get up for me. Okay, Ignacio, can you call the? Oh, it's coming.
You heard him.
All right, Mr.
I had him
Elmer.
on CCTV with a.
Okay, now I'm completing my
Yeah.
evaluation, and now we're gonna call a second evaluator, which now that
Elmo.
Elmer did not so.
Yay! Come
All
on.
right, good job,
Thank you,
good job.
Mr. GE General Evaluator.
Thank you.
Happy to evaluate Beatrice on her project number 4. She was really under fire here, doing her 4th project, Speaking Under Fire. What I like most about Beatrice, and whenever she does her speeches, is her enthusiasm, her energy. It reverberates in the room. I mean, it's very contagious. You have to be registered on the National Disaster Control or Contagious, because you're so contagious.
CDC.
CDC, yeah, CDC, because you're so contagious. But anyway, going back to your speech, how did you open your speech? How did you get her attention? First of all, she opened with a question. The title of her speech, Does God Exist? With that opening, make sure you know your audience. Because it's very important you know your audience whenever you have this controversial topic on hand. Because first of all, you don't know if your audience are all believers. So if they are all believers, then everybody will raise their hands, and your topic will be just mute and academic now, because everybody are believers. So to be safe, it's either you better not ask that question or change your attention getter, and or if you really know the audience that you're speaking before some group of people who are non-believers, then that's a very good opening. So that's good though. That's a very good opening. And then you proceeded to the body of the speech. How did you prove your proposition? How did you prove your premise that God exists? You have some quotes from the Bible. You have you have given us a resource book, the book written by a certain Norman, I forgot his last name.
Guys.
And you gave us four different arguments from the book. And I myself, if I am a non-believer, the third argument will make me believe, the amazing designer. If you look around, you look at the universe, look at just the ordinary plant, the fish, the bird, the animals, and people with a sense of what's right, what's wrong. I mean, will a Big Bang theory do that? Will the theory of evolution produce that kind of design? It's really amazing that we have this design. So I myself was convinced God really exists. And your strong points, your strong points in your speech, you have the body gestures, the eye contact, you prove sincerity, and best of all, you know your subject. Am I a believer? I am a believer. I hope you are too. Mr. G.
All right, good job, Elmer. Hey. All right, there you go, getting it done.
You did a better speech than me.
Okay, we're gonna call the timer's report. Beatrice,
Oh yeah.
what was my time?
Jesse barely made it. 2:29.
Really?
I'm sorry, 3 minutes and 29 seconds.
3 minutes and 29.
Barely.
Really, I spoke that much.
Wow.
Okay.
You can go on and on and on and on.
I know. And
Myself?
Elmer,
Time.
Oh,
I time you. You spoke for 2 minutes and 52 seconds. You also qualified for time.
okay.
So we can vote.
Now we're going to vote for the best evaluator, and Mr. Ignacio has the second pass. We're going to vote on. And I'll get one. Thank you. And you're also going to collect the vote. All right. See how easy that is? Bang. Who would that be?
Both are voting for you themselves.
I didn't hear this evaluation.
All right. Good job. Good job.
So there is going to be a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Elmer, you're the outcomer. You can let us
Yes,
know
yes.
what you got.
Well, I did the ad counter report as best as I can, and I guess business is so slow, so I didn't really earn that much money today. Because for Ignacio, I only heard one ah. I guess I was also, listening too engrossed on his answer. Jesse, I only heard 2 you knows and 3 ands. And Beatrice, nada, 0, zilch.
Seriously?
Yeah, but you can give me some money because
I did hear like souls, like a few.
Oh, you did? All right.
Oh, you heard?
Okay, so yeah, good job, Beatrice.
All right, good job. There you go. Sorry, Elmer, you made no money today.
You made a quarter off of me.
Yes. Okay, well, now, as being a general evaluator, I'm going to provide, yes. I'm going to provide some evaluation of our meeting. Definitely today was still a fun day, even though the 4 of us.
Yeah.
No matter how light or how many people we have, we still make it happen. We still have fun. We still enjoy the speeches. We still enjoy the table topics. And it's really amazing that, as simple as it is, include the word of the day, we tend to forget. Myself, I was so sunk into what I say. My like, what do I say in the time?
Yeah.
I was so concerned about the time and speak enough, long enough to qualify that I forgot the word of the day. Simple as that.
Yes.
See, so that goes to show you the practice that we need in the area to improve. So when we're here, not only will you speak at ease and we are relaxed and still be in control and you include the word of the day. So you can see the improvements that we need to make and definitely practice. Nevertheless, it was a great meeting.
Yes.
We had fun.
Yes.
And then we have a video to share with the other people
Oh, yeah.
and to learn from it. And now, I'm going to return control to myself,
Yes.
and the president, Jesse Alvarado, and I'm going to give the awards, the ribbons, and I'd like to find out who was the best evaluator.
The best evaluator was Elmer.
All right, good job. Let's get up. So I want to call you.
Oh.
But I needed to know because I'm going to give you the ribbons.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, Ignacio, can you give me that little box right there?
You actually have to put the sticker name on it and give it to him.
Yeah, I needed to show
then
him.
he can surprise us.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah, I needed to show you how we do it, but like today,
Yeah,
only one speaker, so it's really
Yeah.
no.
table topics also, you know who's the winner.
So let's see, okay. This is table. And we have 1, 4.
So, do you need this one?
Yes, okay, got it, thank you. Okay, Showtime. And now, I'll be giving the awards to the winners
Yes,
for today.
you can't wait.
Can hardly wait to find out who would that be. All right, for our table topic,
Yes.
let's call the only person that used the word of the day. And she never gave us a hand. She wanted to win. Let's call Beatrice Yuli. Yay! Picture time. Good job, Beatrice. Yeah, first timer. All right, good job, Beatrice. Yes, I forgot to mention, we run out ribbons and I'm going to give you a first timer for everybody. First, we're first time, that we're only 4 of us. And now, our best speaker, the one and only, let's call Beatrice Yuli.
Yeah.
Will you the
Oh, wow. Lucky day.
She has a collection of ribbons. Yes, I want from you.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right, good job. All right.
Wow. Steve was my lucky
And let's call the best evaluator, the one and only, our mentor, Mr. Elmer did not so. Yes. All right, good job. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, good job, good job. Okay, well that concludes our meeting for today. It says, great meeting, have fun, we made it happen.
You should give him a first timer ribbon.
I
Our first,
know.
yeah, absolutely. Actually, we need to order some more. You're a first time, maybe we run out. But the reason I give you the first timer, not only because you won,
Symbolic
But-
award.
at the same time, because the first time, it's only 4 of us.
Yes.
Then you go see some, that was the first time. Thank you, Mr. Elmer. Okay, with that being said, it's been a great pleasure being here. Let's make it fun, let's do it again.
Oh, you're not giving him the first timer?
I already spoke last week, but share with us,
Yeah, all right.
what's your experience?
Oh,
Just us 3 and actually us 4. Share with us.
oh, no, I was talking about the award. He doesn't get it this time?
No, no.
Oh,
I had fun, even though we're not for people.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for participating. At the same time, you actually were learning how to run a meeting when it's only like 3 people.
yes.
So eventually one day you take the role, you're going to be able to have an opportunity to adjust and organize a meeting and still make it happen even though it's only 3 or 4. So you learned something today. That being said, the meeting is adjourned.